Thank you so much for coming and meeting with me.
Absolutely. I am really glad to be of any help as you try to establish routines at home for Dino.
I am feeling just a little overwhelmed. I feel like he is just not listening to me, even though I try to speak in very clear and directive ways.
Have you tried using VisualSupports?
Visual what now? What does that mean? Dino can see just fine.
May I sit down?
Sure thing.
Moments later.
VisualSupports are definitely my go-to when I give recommendations to establish and maintain routines or tasks. One thing I would like you to think about is crossing the crosswalk on a busy street. If you did not see the symbol of a red hand to tell you to stop or a white outline of a human to tell you to walk, what would you see?
Well, just a countdown of numbers.
Exactly. Would you know what the countdown is for?
No. I see your point.
Excellent. The symbols help support comprehension and reinforce the behavior of when it is appropriate to walk or not. For students like Dino with autism, it is important that we give as much support as we can to help aid their understanding of all of the information they are receiving. Often, it is a struggle to process everything. We can use visuals to help create a predictable response to a certain situation.
This sounds complicated.
Don't worry. We can talk through it and practice. Let me ask you, do you know what an evidence-based practice is?
Not yet, but I feel like you are going to tell me.
Absolutely. You may see the acronym EBP. We special education teachers really like our alphabet soup. An EBP is simply a practice that has been proven to yield successful growth and results. The reason visuals help so much is because the information is being dual-coded, or received by more than one sense. For example, an illustration in a book can help reinforce understanding of the words on the page. Are you with me so far?
Just one question, what is an example of a visual that would help Dino?
Excellent question, and you just hinted at the first step in providing meaningful visuals, assessing what is needed. The evidence base says that the highest impact is for elementary students like Dino. The specific areas supported are social, communication, behavior, school readiness, play, motor, adaptive and academic skills. It looks like Dino's challenge of not listening to directions could really be helped by providing visuals.
That all sounds great, but I don't think you answered my question. What is an example?
Oh. Sorry, I get so excited about evidence-based practices. One example could be a visual that supports his bedtime routine. An overview of tasks could be created, and then each task could be broken down into separate visuals hung in the location where Dino needs to complete a task.
Okay, I think I understand. I could make one visual that says he needs to clean up his toys, brush his teeth, get his pajamas on, and go to bed. Then, I would create visual directions for cleaning, brushing teeth, getting pajamas on, and crawling into bed.
You might have to add turn off the lights and go to sleep. It is important to be literal and explicit, saying exactly what needs to be done. You can analyze tasks in many deep or shallow ways. It will just depend on the level of support Dink needs.
I see. So you mentioned there is a process.
Indeed. The practice can be understood in 3 phases: plan, use, monitor.
1. Assess and identify need and function for support.
In the planning phase, you will need to identify exactly what needs a visual. Is it a schedule, a cue, or a visual boundary? Then, the visuals would need to be created.
I'm with you so far.
2. Teach use of visuals.
Great. The next phase is to use the support at home, and we can do the same at school. First, teach Dino how to use the support. Then, fade the prompt as soon as possible. That is another EBP. Finally, make sure Dino can use the visual across different environments and situations.
Got it.
3. Monitor.
Finally, monitor progress by collecting data. Is he using it? How often? In what circumstances?
So do visuals make Dino more independent?
Absolutely. They help to increase on-task behavior, provide expectations, and help to minimize the need for someone with Dino all the time.
Thank you so much for taking the time to explain that. I feel like I have enough information to start trying to create visual supports.
Anytime. And if you want to collect that data at home like we do at school, please share it with me and the whole EAP team so I can put it together with ours and see how Dino does at home versus school.